And hello again, Internet. Well, here we are at the end of the year once more. Going to be saying goodbye to 2021 and ringing in the new year. Goodbye and good riddance to this year. At least it wasn't quite as bad as 2020, but looking at 2021, it's hard to remember how bad it was before. Yeah. But as is my really stupid tradition, I'm going to take a look at the PC games that were released 20 years ago to see if I actually finally got a chance to get around to them. Spoilers, no. This is a particularly bad year. And let you know what my particular favorites of them were, at least the top 10 favorites. I know it's kind of weird to go back 20 years and do it, but what can I say? I like to take my time, and there's a lot of games I miss and hope to get a chance to actually play. So, I'm going to go ahead and start this game up. Now, as usual, this is going to be a very loose video. I'm just going to ramble. I've got my list up, but it's going to be a lot of nonsense rambling off the cuff while I'm trying to focus on a video game. Yay! And I'll talk about other stuff as well, such as the fact that I'm rather glad that let's take a look here real quick. Rather glad that the previous games are over. Glad I had the break too. That was the main thing. I actually really did need that break. I'll try going back down there. I really did need that break. It helped reset my brain after the abomination that was Tomb Raider 3 tried to destroy it. And I spent most of the break with an unhealthy obsession with Pokemon. I've been going absolutely nuts with Diamond Pearl remakes, Sword, Shield, and even I just went back to Let's Go Eevee today. I'm going really crazy with all the stuff now. But hey, I'm having fun. And none of that is this game. So, let's talk about that top 10. Number 10 for, these are PC games that I played, so there's going to be some that are missing from this list, and are my personal favorites, as other people are going to disagree. And let's see here. Number 10, Project Eden. Now, some of you may remember, I played that game on this stream. It was actually recommended to me by no idea who at the moment, but dang it. I'm glad they did, because it wasn't a great game, but it did have some interesting stuff in it. I find it kind of ironic that some of the stuff I liked the best in the game was the level design, and this is from the same company, Core, that did, that got famous for Tomb Raider, and I absolutely despise the level design of Tomb Raider. So maybe they got some new people, or maybe they actually finally figured out how to play it, but I actually really kind of enjoyed some of the stuff in some of the stuff in Project Eden. Now, it wasn't a great game. It's not a, it's not a standalone. I'm not going to tell everyone, oh, you got to run out and play this right now. But I mean, 10 spots on the list, so you're going to get down near the bottom. It's kind of middling games that are okay, but not the best thing you've ever played. And that definitely qualifies for Project Eden. I'd recommend it if you just kind of want to try something a bit different. If you want to check it out, it is available on Steam and GOG, so... Actually, I'm not sure if it's on Steam. I don't know if it's on Steam. I had it on disc, but I also have it on GOG, so that's where I played it. Number 9 is kind of an interesting choice here, and it's one that there is a very clear better game than, but this is the one that came out in this particular year, and that is Sim Coaster. Now, Sim Coaster was a more 3D version of Roller Coaster Tycoon, and unfortunately one of my discs of it got damaged early on, so while I did play it, and play a fair bit of it, didn't really get to play as much as I would have liked, and haven't been able to play it in a very long time. One of the nice features it had was, and remember, I'm going off of memory for this, so some of it might be wrong, but one of the features it had was a ride the coaster. So once you built the coaster, you could kind of be in first person and take a look at it from that perspective and see what it would have been like to be on the thing. Beyond that, I really don't have much to say for Sim Coaster because, like I said, my disc of it got damaged fairly early on, and I had a lot of trouble. I just wasn't able to play it for more than a couple years after I got the thing, and with me, how long I take to get around to games, it means I didn't get a lot of time on it, and unfortunately, I don't think that one's available anymore, Sim Coaster. Now, this was one of EA's attempts, hence the name, Sim... Actually, I don't think it was EA. Might have been Activision. But with the name Sim Blah, you'd think EA. Of course, it really was trying to capitalize on the much superior game, which is available, Roller Coaster Tycoon. And for that one, I would recommend getting Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2 on Steam, and then getting OpenRTC. You will have a blast with those. But Sim Coaster was good enough on its own to warrant at least an inclusion on the list at number 9. Number 8, another interesting one that I haven't played in a very long time, The Corporate Machine. This is basically a board game done in a video game format. I'm down to the point where it honestly does to me feel like it's more of a board game than not. I would not have been surprised to hear that there was a board game version of it, although it might have been a little too complex to be an actual board game. Might have needed the computer for too much stuff. Kind of like, in all honesty, another game that will show up later on the list, which I will get to when I do. Corporate Machine plays... Oh, it's been so long. I want to say it's kind of like Risk with finances. Now, it is, again, one that is available on Steam. It has been so long since I've played it, I do not remember the rules at all. But I got it for cheap back when it was on Stardock's own digital platform, which I think by the time I got it, it had been bought by GameStop because they wanted to make their own, and yeah, that really fell through. Where? Okay, there you are. And it was like a couple bucks even back then. Whereas now, well, probably about the same price on Steam. You can get it much more easily. Yeah, if you like board games, it's a decent one, or board game style games. It is a fairly decent one. I did have a lot of fun with it. So, but it's another one where my memory is hazy because I have not played it in a very long time. And of course, I'm going through these kind of fast. I mean, that is part of the point. I don't want to spend too much time on the list on that because I do have this to talk about. But number 7, God, I am really busting through this list. Usually I go for about an hour on the first list, and this is just going to go straight through. Number 7 is another one that I played here on the stream. And that's one of the reasons I have the stream, is so I can actually get around to playing games that I hadn't gotten around to before. And that one was Alien vs. Predator 2. I'm going the wrong fucking way. Where the hell am I going? And why? This is what happens when I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I started climbing. I'm not supposed to be climbing. Ah, well, whatever. I'll go back the way I was. Yeah, Alien vs. Predator 2. I really liked the first Alien vs. Predator. That was, the classic 2000, they call it, even though it was actually released in 99. The classic 2000 is the gold edition. And, of course, grabbed the sequel to it right when it was available, and then never got around to playing it, as is my way. And, unfortunately, 2 just didn't have it. It was just missing a bit too much to... The level design wasn't as good. It was done by a different company. Of course it was. The level design just wasn't as good. The mechanics for the Alien especially just didn't go quite as well. It's still not a bad game, so to say. I mean, good lord, I played plenty of bad games. And Alien vs. Predator 2 is definitely not one of them. But I wouldn't really put it in anything above middling. I mean, it does what it does, but it doesn't do it well. For that, you want to play, well, the original. And definitely not the remake, either. The newest one was okay, but not... I don't even think it's as good as... I don't think it's as good as 2. Off the top of my head, anyway. But yeah, 2 is another one that, I mean, if you really want to see what I thought about it, or the game itself, this also applies to Project Eden, you can check my YouTube. There will be a playlist with the entire stream of it. All the streams of it, because my YouTube is unfiltered VODs. My YouTube is just an archive of my Twitch. No editing to it. Usually, there's like minor editing in a couple places, but... So you'll be able to have my raw input right there. And like I said, it was okay. I wish it were better. I mean, it still had some problems that basically everything involving the heat vision has in video games, where even the original has this, where there will be areas that very clearly should be visible on the heat and just aren't because video game. Ah, well. I just think the first one was better off, and you should play it instead. Now, number 6, we start getting into... I didn't finish everything on this list. Yeah, unfortunately, unlike most years, there's just some content on this list in particular that I did not get around to finishing. And usually it would be because, like in this particular case, the game's good enough. It's a good game, but I tried playing it right after the original because you could carry the save over. I'm talking about this one, Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Am. And it just felt different enough that I wasn't enjoying it as much as I had the original. Straight off, there was some not problems exactly, but some differences in some characters. They radically changed one of them in story-wise, it fit what happened. Minsk, in particular, in the first game, Minsk would only join your party if you also had the sorceress with you. Because Minsk's job was to protect the sorceress. If she wasn't there, he wasn't with her. He wouldn't be with you, because his only role was to be with her. Well, in Baldur's Gate 2, she's been killed. Like, off-screen, she's been killed. So he's already lost his happy, jovial nature. He's depressed over that, considers himself a failure, yada yada. It just wasn't as good. He's not the same Minsk anymore. Other characters didn't transfer over as well. Ended up with some characters in the party that I didn't have in the first one. That's one of the reasons I didn't like it so much, is despite what your party makeup was the first time and being able to copy or save over, they still wanted you to have different characters in particular. And I wasn't the biggest fan of that happening. So I ended up kind of getting a bit into that game and noping out of it. Other than that, I mean, it's a BioWare game of its time. It's one of the Infinity Engine ones, just like the original Baldur's Gate and... oh god, what else did that? Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate 2, Icewind Dale 2, and the most text-heavy one, but probably considered the best, and one that I still haven't gotten around to, but is available also, Planescape Torment, whichever order that is. I think it's Planescape Torment. If you like one of those games, chances are you'll like them all. They're D&D 2nd edition. So, which can be problematic. I mean, 2nd edition, you gotta know what THAC0 is to play 2nd edition. 2nd edition is not the best, but it's not bad. 2nd edition is the one I grew up on, so I know 2nd. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 2, they fixed some issues, created others, messed with my party, and... well, if you like those BioWare games, you'll probably like it. I just had a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth for that one. And we're still on number 6 here. We're, getting halfway up the list, and I'm still talking about negatives in the games. 2001 was not a good game, not a good year for PC games. Console games apparently went ballistic this year and had all kinds of great stuff. But the PC market was lackluster. Put it this way, the highest selling PC game of the year came out the year before. Yeah. And I don't mean like at the end of the year, I mean the year before. Mind you, it was having expansions like crazy, but at any rate, the games do get better. There are some actual good games this year. And we're going to get to, number 5 here, Black and White. Now, this is another interesting game that I did not finish because it's not exactly my genre. Don't get me wrong, I had a whole lot of fun with it. It's kind of like Populous or any number of simulation games where you're trying to build a civilization. Only in this one, you've got a pet that you can interact with the pet and try to train it, as one of the things about the game is supposedly the pet, you were training the pet, so, positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, you could teach it to amuse itself by throwing villagers around, or you could teach it that that's a bad thing, things like that. How well did that work? It's a 2001 game. AIs were always promised more than they could actually deliver. But it's one of those where if you really do like the crafting or world building, settlement creation, civilization type stuff, it's a fun RTS. I'm not sure about the computer and what kind of opponents there were. Because, again, memory's faulty. It's been a while since I played this. And by the time I bought it, the sequel was out. So, yeah. Did I play the sequel? No. Unfortunately, the pack that I bought only had the original and not the sequel, even though there was another pack for the same price that had the sequel in it. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. I tried buying that other one and got the wrong one instead. Couldn't get it replaced. Ah, the days of the early internet. Alright, let's take a look. What's the next one here? Number 4 is another one that you can go and look at my stream of. And it's one that I had actually truly enjoyed the first time I played it. And then when I went back on and streamed it, I was wondering what the hell I was thinking the first time. It's not a bad game, it just does have flaws in it. Serious Sam, The First Encounter. Now, I more love the engine than the game itself, because I think it's kind of amazing, this engine that the Croatian team developed to do what no other 3D engine was doing at the time, to try to get back the feel of the 2D, where you could have just hordes and hordes of enemies at the same time in these giant, sprawling levels. Like I said, nobody was doing this. Everyone was focusing on, well, we got to put more polygons on each model, make it more realistic. And, you know, Crow Team realized that, no, man, just let's have some fun. Let's just go back to the old school, throw everything at the wall. And ultimately, the game itself, it's fun, but it does have some flaws in it. It is not a perfect game. It ends up, some of the levels becoming just tedious grinds. Yeah, some of the levels become just absolutely tedious grinds of mass, especially later on. You have these huge arenas that burn through your ammo and just take forever to do. And it's not really... It gets to the point where it overstays its welcome, to say the absolute least on it. Oh, I could have just teleported down here. Oh, lovely. Yeah, it overstays its welcome, to say the absolute least. And of course, the game continues to tease for several sequels. It never does actually finish everything off. Oh boy. Number 3. Yeah, we're getting down there on the list now. You'd think I'd stop having negatives to talk about. And yet, number 3 is Fallout Tactics: Brotherhood of Steel. I enjoy this game. I enjoy this game quite a bit. I have not finished this game. I have not finished this game because there is a massive, massive bug in it, which ended my run. In particular, there's a bug involving the car in the game and going prone. When you go prone in the game, lie down to prepare yourself for long distance contact, long distance combat, having your snipers in position where they can see for a long distance and all that. Hey, Gear. Actually, that's the thing. I never had any problems with the difficulty of the game. What I had was this bug. So when you go prone, it increases your stats for long distance at the severe detriment of short distance. Now, that's not a problem when you're trying to do short distance or long distance stuff. It becomes a problem when you're trying to do, or becomes a problem when the stats don't go away. And what happens is there's a bug in the game where you could go prone, get in the vehicle, and your stats would not change from being prone, so you'd have the increased long distance and decreased short distance combat. Drive off the edge of the map. You've now kept those stats. So then you go to another map, you get out, go prone, get back in the car, and you kept the stat change. Again, it stacks this way. I didn't know about this bug, and I had a habit, whenever I found a new encounter, I would get out of the car and immediately go prone to try to get the best possible view of the surrounding area. Because, like I said, it increased your long distance stats. So if anyone was trying to sneak up on me or get me from a distance, I would be able to wipe them out before they were there, before they were near me. And unfortunately, I found out about the bug much later when I was at one of the actually near end game missions. Got out of the vehicle, or was ready to setting up to snipe from a distance, and was like, why am I getting massive, like 99% chance to hit this enemy at max range in the eyeballs? And I looked at my stats and saw that my numbers were just completely out of whack. And by then my saves all had the glitch on it. I probably could have continued, but if anything ever got near me, I would have been pasted. So I just... Oops. Sorry, I gotta focus here for a bit. So I just had to stop the game there. Now, as you say, bullshit hard at times. Again, I can't really comment on that. I never recall having a lot of difficulty. I recall having some, don't get me wrong. The game was not free, that's for sure. But... Oh, don't hit another one, don't hit another one, don't hit another one. Dang it! So close to saving! No! Okay, so I still have the souls in it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I was so close to getting back. I mean, it definitely could be hard. It was a tactics game of that era, but if you did your team right, you'd be pretty good. Also, it was one of the only games that actually followed 2 with the talking death claws, were one of the types of creatures you could get your hands on. Which they were not good for ranged at all, but you get them in melee range of the enemies and you have fun. Also, because of Fallout tradition, it had plenty of memes. Like levels based on Perfect Dark, or the Terminator's random encounters based on Pitch Black, or the Terminator, things like that. Let me guess, this is a safe spot right up here. There's gonna be a fucking safe spot right over here somewhere. There's the goddamn safe spot right there. Could have gone this way. See, I've not played Jagged Alliance, so I don't know. I mean, also, I don't think it was real time. Oh, it was Fallout, so it was turn-based. I mean, I know you didn't say it was real time. I'm just thinking that, yeah, it was a turn-based game because, you know, you had your ability points, action points, just like you do in the other Fallout 1 and 2 at the time. I'll go back and save. Fuck that. I do want to go back through it again, possibly even on stream at some point, because I had fun with it. It's, of the first 3 Fallout games, probably the lesser of them. I mean, it really is not as good as the first 2 Fallout games. It's just not. But it's not a bad game. If it wasn't called Fallout, I wouldn't have played it, though. I'll say that much. And it's another one that, again, it is widely available today, so it's another one you can play. Number 2, sadly, is not widely available. And that really is a shame, because now we're actually getting to games that I really do like. Number 2, my voice. Yeah, my throat's still fucked because it's winter. I apologize for that. But as with every winter, the dry air has completely destroyed my throat. Just like every year. I'm doing my best to try to keep my voice going. Number 2, Clive Barker's Undying. If you really want a full in-depth for this game, Civi11 did a playthrough of it, or run of it. One of his reviews has it. And I'll say the game really is good. It's got problems. It's got a few weird choices made in it, but, you know, I mean, it's done by Clive Barker. Would you expect anything less? Yeah, I mean, this is a game that honestly I wish would come back. This is one that needs to be picked up again, because it is a rather unique take on the genre. I mean, it's not like the most original thing you've ever seen ever, but yeah, it's Clive Barker. Exactly. Like I said, what do you expect with him involved? He's the guy who wrote Hellraiser, in case you're wondering who he is. Or at least he wrote what became Hellraiser. And Undying, I mean, there's some cliches in it. Definitely some cliches in it. It's, you know, a whole haunted house, haunted family thing where you're trying to solve the thing. Ends up with fighting an eldritch horror, because of course it does. But the game is good. It's got a great, you know, combination of weapon and magic system, which you can get some just bullshit, super overpowered stuff you keep playing. Which, honestly, first-person shooters should be like that. You know, when you're late in the game, you should be a freaking god. Look at the new Doom games. That's how it should be. So yeah, fantastic game. Wish it were more widely available, and someday I might actually run it on stream. Who knows? Who knows? And then maybe I'll change my opinion of it, like I have with so many other games. Alrighty, I can't go up that way. Oh, there's gotta be something over there. Alright. Excuse me a moment. Ah! Should have dashed before it. Okay. Just a moment. Sorry about this. Gotta focus. There we go. Yay! Look at all the shit I found. No, you won't go crazy. You won't have time. Alright. Honorable mentions. Because, of course, there's going to be honorable mentions. I didn't play everything. Civ 3. Sid Meier's Civilization 3. I have the Civ games. I think all 6 of them at this point. I bought a collection which had the first 5 of them. And I still have barely played them. They're basically like board games. Again, like a very advanced version of Risk. They're fun. They have a lot of great stuff. Apparently, one of the memes of... Yes, cats are always right. That is what the grave there said. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Gear, because, again, of all of the ones that I've played, I think Civ 3 is the one I played the least, if at all. I played a little bit of 1, almost no 2. I know a lot of people really liked 3. I know there's some people who say 3 is the best of them. I don't know. I played a little bit of 5, and that's about it. So, I mean, it's on the list because it's Civ 3. I just didn't play it that well. Also, it's an honorable mentions. Honorable mentions 2 is Tribes 2. Or Star Siege Tribes 2. Even though I think by Tribes 2 they dropped the Star Siege part. I don't know. I don't know if my disc has that or not on it. I got to the game too late. By the time I was playing the game, it was done. There just weren't many people playing it anymore. I know that the Star Siege Tribe games were popularized a lot by Penny Arcade. This is the Penny Arcade people really liked their tribes. They played a lot of it. As I said, unfortunately didn't really play it until it was too late. So I can't say much about it. There were people online when I was playing it, but the giant, like, 64 by 64 games weren't really a thing anymore. And I had no idea how to do the vehicles in it. And it's another one of those also, yeah, Metaltech, Earth Siege, Star Siege, Tribe. It's a weird series, but yeah, they're fun. The thing is, also, when I started playing it, because I played it so late, there were people who... The people who were still playing were the hardcore dedicated people who knew how to fucking rock, or, you know, the jetpack all over the place. And... Why am I not finding the dude who has the fucking... Why am I not finding the guy who has the map? Yeah, Realm of the War Gods, pretty much. The guys who were jetpacking all over the place, who could park the vehicle on top of a spire, just randomly crash their way up there. You know, just, it was crazy. And so, yeah, the learning curve at that point had become a little too steep for me. It looked like a freaking amazeballs game, but too late for me. I had already dedicated, by this point, I'm sure I had put so many hours in... Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. By this point, I had put so many hours in Counter-Strike that trying to get another game probably was folly anyway. As it, everyone had their game. Mine was Counter-Strike. Now, if I could only break these, I could get down there. The last of the honorable mentions, and this is a game I actually did enjoy. It's not great. It's another one kind of middling, but I liked it enough that I went out and got the sequel when it was available. Summoner! Oh, you really? Okay, there we go. So it doesn't want me to go this way. It wanted me to drop it the other way. Anyway, Summoner. And the reason this is in honorable mentions, I played the PlayStation 2 version. I don't know what differences between the PlayStation 2 and PC version there really are. Sorry, lore. Had to read that. And Summoner, again, not a great game. It's an action RPG, so, kind of a real-time RPG, where you summon things. Imagine that. Oh, who would have thought by that title you'd summon stuff in a game called Summoner? But in all seriousness, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing it. The sequel I had fun with as well. You played it for about 30 minutes and didn't like it. It wasn't the best RPG. There are much better RPGs out there, but for when it came out, oh, you did like it. Okay. When it came out on PlayStation 2, the competition was kind of like Summoner and Elder Ring, which I played that one as well. Summoner was a lot better. Oh, Xanth. Oh, you poor thing. Ooh, that hurts. I will also say this about Summoner. It has one of the greatest post-credit scenes ever, where they took a comedy sketch about D&D and animated it with character models from in-game. So, I'm going to cast Magic Missile. What are you casting Magic Missile at? There's nothing there. I'm attacking the darkness. That was a post-credit scene in the PS2. Yeah, it's just in extras in the PC version, but it was post-credits in PS2, and it was hilarious. Where are the Cheetos? Yeah, great scene. Definitely look it up. Oh, it was on that as well? Extras in there? Well, I don't think I actually even bothered with the extras until the credits. But you can look it up. It's available on YouTube. It's great. One of the character models is from one of their earlier games as well. But yeah, I liked Summoner to the part where I might play it again one of these days. So let's go back over the list. What have we got so far? Number 10 was Project Eden. Number 9, Sim Coaster. 8, The Corporate Machine. 7, Aliens vs. Predator 2. 6, Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows in Am. 5, Black and White. 4, Serious Sam, The First Encounter. 3, Fallout Tactics, Brotherhood of Steel. 2, Clive Barker's Undying. And my favorite PC game in 2001, the Duke Nukem trailer. No, the Duke Nukem Forever trailer. God, I want to play that version so badly. But the thing that actually had that trailer, Max Payne. I really enjoyed Max Payne. I had a lot of fun with that game. Unfortunately, when I beat it, the audio glitched out, so I actually don't know what he said at the end. It, again, has problems, like every other game on this fucking list, because 2001 was a shit year for PC games. And Max Payne had this dynamic difficulty, which was great unless you reloaded your save when you died. Because if you did that, the game thought you were a god. Oh, that's right. That's why I never went this way. Because I fucking can't. Oh, and it has some fantastic stuff in the game, too. I mean, that's the game that gave us the phrase bullet time, at least as was used in a game. the concept of slowdown that, you know, we're coming off the Matrix. Gotta have slowdown. You gotta have slow-mo. Oh, we're gonna call it bullet time. Yeah. Nice. It also had a fantastic screenshot function where you could kind of pause the game and swing the camera around. So when you're doing, and the game was great with like having these, he would dive roll on one way or another. It's a real John Woo, just full on bullshit action game. And it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Even the crazy dream sequences in it. Because of course there's crazy dream sequences in it. Why wouldn't there be crazy dream sequences in it? It's a crazy dream sequence game. Alright, well, I should not have gone back this way because the stuff that I was looking for is not available yet until I find more power-ups. As is the case with Metroidvania games. But yeah, you do a bunch of crazy dives, and that's the game where, listen, I love the photo function, except that Max Payne constantly looks constipated. Like, he has to take the biggest dump you have ever seen in your life and just can't. It's kind of amazing. But yeah, I think that is a great game. Nowhere near as bad as Max Payne's. Trust me. It's like I can't think of any screenshot of Duke Nukem where he looks constipated. Max Payne looks constipated. All right. Yeah, pretty much Gearjo. Like I said, Max Payne, that's another one that I have not played the sequels. I've definitely not watched the movie, nor do I think I'm ever going to. I want to play them. I might do the first game and the others. Now, the problem with this one is, apparently, the Steam version of Max Payne is nigh unplayable. Because when they released it on Steam, they included the DRM. That required the disc, which if you bought it on Steam, you didn't have. You see the problem here. Yeah. I'll have to check that one out. But yeah, like I say, the original game on Steam, yeah. So in order to get that, apparently, instead of trying to make a patch to get rid of the DRM, which was apparently too complicated for them, but you know, crackers had done it for a long time. There are no disc patches out there. They instead put an earlier version of the game that didn't have the DRM on it, because it was an unfinished beta version with a lot of bugs. I cannot confirm this, but oh yeah, the Remedy style. But yeah. So the Steam version is basically, from what I can tell, unplayable. Fortunately, I still have the discs, so I could just play that version, and I might. Because I do want to check that game out again. Now, this is one of the games that, we're talking 2001 here, and it was set in New York, so there was some controversy about that. in that the PC version, and I think they kept these in, has the World Trade Center in the background. But when they released it on consoles, they took that out. Which, when this game was released, the PC version was before 9/11, the console version was after 9/11. So they... And I actually don't mind that they did it that way, especially if they kept it in the PC version, because that was what New York was when the game was released. And without the World Trade Center is what New York was when the console game was released. Yeah. So there was a lot of controversy back then of, oh my god, we can't show the towers, which is, I find that more offensive than showing the towers. Because erasing that the towers were ever there is really fucking offensive to what happened. Pretending that the towers just were never there. So, no, there was nothing wrong. Nothing bad happened. There never were towers there. That's bullshit. So, and I'm fine with the fact that they changed it for the one that was the post 9/11 release, because it was supposed to be modern day New York. Just really bad timing on when it came out. But a fantastic game nonetheless, so... Yeah, that one was particularly spicy. Totally unintentional. So what was it, a picture of an apple on fire in the foreground? Yeah, with the New York skyline. Yeah, I can see why they wanted to be a little cautious with that one. And I don't blame them at all. Okay, that's not where I came from. Where did I come from to get in this more quickly? There we go. There we go. That is where I came from. Okay. Yeah, again, totally unintentional, but I absolutely understand why they'd want to change that. Yeah, especially for that. That was a particular part of, we should do something about this. I'm going the wrong way again, dang it. No, get out of there. Yeah, big oof. But they took care of it, so no problem there. So. Oh, you still don't? Jeez. So that was my top 10. Now we're going to spend the rest of the stream looking at the game I wanted to highlight for the year. Which, you know, the past few years, the game I've highlighted has been a little bit too mainstream. I mean, for fuck's sake. Last year I highlighted Cyberpunk 2077 because I thought it was actually a really well done game on PC if you had a high-end PC. I can definitely see why people who had one of the console releases that didn't fucking work weren't happy with the game. But I wanted to get back to what I'd done on previous years, or at least tried to do on previous years, and try to highlight a game that came out this year, which was a bit lesser known. And in this case, we're looking at 8Doors, which, as you can see, is a bit of a Metroidvania game here. Early on, it looks a lot like, what's the name? Hollow Knight. Do not let that taint your opinion. This game, I mean, it's not as good as Hollow Knight, but that's not a fair comparison. It just isn't. And that's not to say that this game is bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just, trying to compare a game to Hollow Knight just isn't fair. Hollow Knight is fucking amazing all the way through, and this game is really, really good on its own. It doesn't deserve to be compared to Hollow Knight. I'm not saying that like, oh, this game's too bad. No, I'm saying that this game deserves to stand on its own without trying to judge it based on what other people and other games do. And I consider this game to be particularly solid. I mean, the art style of this here. Alright, so there's the dispatch station. The art style of this game here, as you can see, has a rather unique hand-drawn perspective to it. The aesthetics are more Asian-inspired. Sorry, I haven't been here before, so I'm reading. There we go. Okay. Yeah, the story of this is your entire village just ups and dies. You are the only survivor. You don't know what happened. You don't know why. You are visited by someone who hands you a note to go see a couple people. This is all stuff that happens before the game. And as you see, you're a little girl in this. You track them down, and they basically help deliver you to Purgatory. The land of the dead between the final destination and, the first stop in the land of the dead. Except you're not. You're there to find out what happened to your father in all of this. And, well, turns out there's some shit going down in Purgatory at the time. So, it's a mystery. You're trying to solve it, and I'm still in the process of trying to solve it. At this point in the story, I'm looking for the Guardian of Death who was supposed to lead my father to where he was supposed to go. Hey, Sawsmith. Depending on what part of the world you are in, you're actually looking at me from the future! Because I'm still in 2021 here, but a lot of places are watching me are already in 2022. Well, I don't know that are watching me, but... Alright. And you've basically taken the role of one of these Guardians of Death, and are helping purify souls and help solve the mystery. And like any other Metroidvania, you get a collection of abilities and skills as you play. So... Ooh, one that's skilled in all roles. Yeah, it honestly, the comparison to Bleach has not gone unnoticed to me. Because, I mean, it honestly feels like the Soul Society arc. Soul's the one we've run across a few times. The registry has been stolen. That's one of the things going on here. Oh, that's interesting. Specters are lost souls who've kind of gone crazy, gone evil, been tainted by sin. Are they now? I have not managed to get past the Boundo arc. And unfortunately, you can't, in the anime version, you can't just skip it. Because characters introduced in the Boundo arc, which was entirely filler, are used throughout the series. They just included him in, which, for the anime, that's a good way to do it, honestly. You go ahead and just keep the characters around that you created. But going from Soul Society, which did a fantastic job of continuing to up the ante in the combat. That's something that's really hard to do in shows, is to make the characters get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Because, you reach a point where you're Dragon Ball. And your characters can destroy planets with a thought. I mean, yeah. Like, didn't they destroy the moon in all the Bunkai will be shown? Nice. It's like, didn't they destroy the moon in the original Dragon Ball because Goku was transforming before they cut his tail off? I mean, that's the level of Dragon Ball. Like, even before Z, they blew up the moon to solve the problem. So, yeah. But to go from the Soul Society arc, where they were doing a beautiful job of that, and then I guess that was in Z that it happened, and then if it was for Gohan. And then to, words. Then to, downpower everyone for this Boundo arc. The stakes weren't there, the characters weren't there, the action really wasn't there. Oh, and it was such a fucking long filler that I have not managed to wade through the entire thing. Alright, so yeah, here's what's going on so far. Oh, the filler gets worse. Your father's death doesn't match the registry, and now he's become a fugitive soul. And you're looking for the guardian of death who brought him here. Was it, though? Yes, this Carnation said something different. 2. Okay, Soul. Now that's interesting, because again, we've run into Soul a couple times. Sen we haven't seen, I don't think. Peak of the Fro... Okay. Okay, so he's got a power leap now. See, again, you get new abilities as you play. Because this is Metroidvania. I love this game. I really do. Oh, we got more story on. That is Soul, the one in the red mask. Oxy there is effectively General Mao. Trying to take over, and he is evil. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think he's the one who's setting things up to lead to chaos and purgatory, so that he can he can take over. Like, I think he's the one who's been infecting them with sin. Boss fights in this are fantastic, by the way. Okay, now, one of the things that I talk a lot about in especially kind of Metroidvania-ish games, damage mitigation. This game has it perfectly. It has a wonderful dodge roll. So, yes, I'll believe the words of a Red Fugitive Soul. I have no reason not to. Red Fugitive Souls are powerful ones as well. I love this art style. It's really good. And while this game early on kind of has a Hollow Knight feel, it definitely changes to its own thing as you get into the game. So if you're a fan of action games, platformers, Metroidvanias, definitely give this one a shot. It is currently in this month's Humble Bundle Choice, which is where I got it. Dun dun dun! Evil, evil. What, was there something over here? Why do you have platforms then? No. What was the... There we go. Ha-ha! Look at that butt wiggle. Did you see that butt wiggle? Look at that butt wiggle. There you go. That's what you wanted. That's what everyone wanted to see. Okay, so you can break through bricks up top now. Definitely Ass Blaster. Absolutely. Alright, so we got a way up to break some bricks now. Hello there. Frozen plots. Well, that's where I'm... 2,000? 50. Eh. That's the first one of those I've had. A quest like that. Alright. Oh, am I hitting something up there? I must be hitting it. Okay, so I'll have to go around. Go inside and up. Gotcha. Notice some colors that are missing in this. Yeah, this thing is entirely done in like shades of gray and red. No blues or greens to be found. And upsy doodle. Well, I mean, there's blue in the background there with the ice, but... Dig it? Yeah, that's good. Okay, I like that I can break those now. Alright. There we go. Oh, no, wrong button. No, wrong button. Parasol down. Oh, look at this shit. There's a lot of hidden caverns and such, too. So you gotta be on the lookout for those. What did that switch do? Because there's all kinds of things you're looking for in this. For bonus stuff. Plenty of things to seek for completionists out there. Which, you know, a good Metroidvania should have. Woo. Oh, I'm getting my ass kicked. Getting my ass kicked. Okay. Dang! So close to the point there, too. I should still have this gold. But the gold I got from creatures has disappeared. Well, it's not gold, it's coins. Butt wiggle! And yes, the umbrella is a weapon as well. Ow! You gotta avoid the hands as well as the attack on the floor. Now, see, I've opened this already, so the shortcut's there. Shortcuts stay open, that's good. Now, where was I over here? Near a gate, right? Ah! The fact that those things stick around really gets me. Down! Down! Alright. Save point. Save point and checkpoint. See, one of the things that's comparison to Hollow Knight is how the mapping works. You know, you just get these white squares that are the room until you buy a map from someone. Alright. So as you can see, I've gotten most of the power-ups already. Oh, really? I actually do have most of the power-ups now. So that is the final one of those, which holds 8. I got the full potion, so I've got 5 of them. I got 5 potion drinks, and they are the biggest that they get. I need to get a bigger gourd, though. I have a map, the nameplate, which gives me data. Okay, I've got half the fugitive souls harvested. That's good to know. Still have 2 more weapons to go. I love little details like that. You know, he reaches over and flicks on the light switch when you come in. Otherwise, he just sits in the dark, because probably doesn't bother him any. Alright. 2% per, because, well, 50. Derp. It's going to be 2% per. That's how that works. Just casually beating him to death with an umbrella. I believe you have seen how these waterfalls hurt if you don't have the umbrella out. Ouch. The save point here. If I can get to it without being dumb. My health is as good as it's going to get, unless something else opens up. Ah, good hot sauce. Good hot sauce. Ah, missed it. See, you want to find these because those things give you perk points, of which I need 4 more to do a double dash jump? Something. Because, I mean, as you can see, I can already dash after double jumping. Oh, I hit the button. Friggin' not in time, clearly. Alrighty, let's try that area again. Oh, finished his request. I guess I did hit that, but I don't know if I got the coins from it or not. I hate those birds. Alright. Okay, until I do something that lets me stand on ice, that ain't gonna happen. Oh, I bet there's something on that other side. Oop. Okay, I don't like that. I do not like this. I don't know where I'm going. Okay, I'm sure I wanted to go higher than this. Oh, that's bad. Let's get out of that. Trying to navigate the waterfalls. Do not want... No! Wrong button! Damn it! I tried to dash. Dash is like L1 or dash is the other trigger. Damn it! Oh, look at how much money I just lost, too. No! All that because I turned into a frog. Or rather, let the frog spirit out. Huh? Alright. What's down this way? Did I go down this way last time? I did not. Because it's currently frozen. Well, I'll have to change that, won't I? Good job! There's got to be something that lets me walk on the ice.
Alright, now we'll just fall straight down. And hit the switch down here. I mean, as long as we're going to the bottom path, this is quicker. Alright, that works. Okay, so... See, that's what I was trying to do last time. And look what it would have gotten for me. Died from a heart attack caused by a cute cat. Okay, so... Well, I took a hit, but that's fine. See, dodge rolls. Dodge rolls are amazing. I'm not saying every game should have them, but many games could use them. There we go. And shortcuts. I like shortcuts. Shortcuts are nice. I like games that let you make shortcuts like that. Oh, we got us a boss fight. You guys ready to see what a boss fight looks like? It's going to look like Payne. That's what it looks like. Wait, that's Sin? Oh, shit. Sin has been corrupted, huh? Okay. What weapon do I want to use? Umbrella. Okay. Right, hands go up, umbrella. Well, I'm not surviving this one. It's not even halfway done yet. I'm missing all my dodge rolls. Because I don't know his attack patterns yet. There, now he's halfway. Now he goes into rage mode. And kills me. This is a cool boss. So I love the boss fights in this. I love the mechanics of them. Damn. Okay, this one sucks! God, the timing on those is so bad. Okay. A little bit better off right now. I had no idea what that one even was. Oh shit. Ah! The timing on those ones messed me up. It's not the first boss to do the drop from the sky attack, but the length of time between when the icon is there and when the thing hits always throws me off, because I'm dodging ones. There's too much delay. I forget where they are. Oh, I'm doing a lot better this time. No! Ah, missed! Just missed it! I'm getting wrecked by his rage attacks. Absolutely destroyed. It's a difficult game. I tried rolling again. That one's always going to hit me. That one is always going to hit me. Always going to hit me. Woo! Timed that perfect. No, jump. I couldn't get over him. Always gonna hit me. Fuck, wrong one. Always gonna hit me. God damn it. Gotta get my timing on that one down better. My timing is to dodge that first swipe. And that doesn't work on the one that has a different timing. I was closer, though. If I hadn't screwed up a couple things. I was trying to get over him to the wall on the one, and I couldn't do it. Always gonna hit me. Oh, I didn't even see that one there. See? By the time I'm dodging the one, the other one's there now. God, it's annoying. Dodge faster. Always gonna fucking hit me with that. Oh, I had the umbrella up, just not in time. Always gonna hit me with that. Fucking now, I only died that time because each time I tried to bring the umbrella up was just a fraction too late on the second phase. But I'm getting this guy, as you can see. Slowly but surely, I'm working my way down. I'm working him down. Notice that he's much quicker on his attacks. On the second phase. Always gonna hit me. Nah, I'm done this time. I'm done. Just let him kill me. Getting hit too many times by things I should be avoiding. See, that's the problem. The amount of time it takes me to differentiate between his double swipe and the screen moving one, I'm hit with a double swipe. So I have to react to that one, which gets me hit by the other one. Which is why I say the other one is going to hit me every time, because I'm reacting to the first one. Then that time, I tried not reacting in time, tried to differentiate which was which, and I was getting hit by the other one. Every time. Oh. Oh, son of a bitch! Every time. Every fucking time. I let off the umbrella too early on the storm and got hit. I'm so close to winning this. I am so close to beating this guy. Oh, done even better this time. Ah, too soon! Oh! I tried... Oh, god damn it! I tried walking through him to get to a spot to block the one, and you can't do that. I was so close! I had to have been just a couple hits away on that one. Oh, so close now. Look how good I've done. I should be able to get him this time. But I'll do something stupid like that again! Got him! Oh! Yeah, all the bosses lately have been at least that tough. Alright, so he's after... He's the one, yeah. Thing that seemed off the time. Soul disappeared quicker than usual. Someone has taken it. One of the Guardians of Death. There's a traitor. Find soul. Oh, wow. And negate one attack with the light. Okay. So we got Sen's lamp now. And that Sen's tomb. Oh. Well, that's not good at all. Nope, nothing up there. How could this be? The registry has been altered. That's not supposed to happen. And I know where light is needed. Well, that didn't work. I'm checking walls here because there are secrets hidden behind walls in places. Bonk, 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 bonk. Alright, you two shut up. You see, the bosses do provide a significant challenge in this game. Oh, yeah, that's not bad. That's no. These are the lost souls who ran away before they can be processed. Fugitive souls. And one of your missions is to return them. I should probably take some health potions. I was almost dead. Didn't even notice. Oh yeah. Another fugitive soul. There should be 22 left, I believe, now. And this is where we've been. There's the gate. Now, of all the places to go... I'm gonna go return the one quest. I'm gonna actually go talk to people, see if there's more quests available. So I love the mystery in this game. I really do want to see how it ends. What's happened? Who's been manipulating things? Why are they manipulating things? What happened to the father? So many souls don't know why they died. Now we know why there's so many fugitive souls. Because they shouldn't have died. Probably everyone in your town. Need 4 more. How many have we gotten back so far? I mean, here's all the ones we've collected so far. Look at them all. Well, that's not all of them, because there's still another room and another room. 3 rooms full of... Well, I guess this one's not very full. But 3 rooms of fugitive souls. Look at them all. Some special ones, like this. Live for the sake of living. You're already dead. Or are you? Dun dun dun! Da-da. Oh, it costs 300. I was hoping it only cost 200. Nerds. Talk to a few people here. Hey, it's this person who was at the top of the mountain before. I think I'm missing someone here. Yeah. Where's the dude who had the game system over here? Where did he disappear to? One of the NPCs has gone missing. Interesting. Alright. Again, I'm going to go back down to the one. Try to turn in the quest and see, well, if there even is anything to turn in there. 8 doors, huh? How many doors have I found? 1, 2, well, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that mean there's 2 more doors? Oh no, I want to go to this one. I mean, given stats, should be about right. 73% explored areas. Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah, so I just got hit in the face with a bird a bunch. But I can come back here and do this, so. Oh, darn. Could farm that if I wanted. Alright. What is the easiest and quickest way? What is that? No, no. The map man! Map man's over here! Must find the map man, you bastard! Just fucking power through the spot you're not supposed to do. Go the wrong way up that. Yeah, that's me right there. Although, let me guess. Yeah, it's right there. It's right freaking here. Here's how you're supposed to get into that. Although if I do that, how do I break this? I can't break it from above yet. Yeah, see, I can't break it from above. Ah. All right. just gotta go down quickly, find out about that quest. As quickly as I can, at any rate. So I do believe the direction I'm going is this way. And then down. And the doors have been opened, so it should be faster to get down as well. Haha! That one thought it would trick me. And down. Oh, guess not all the way down yet. And down. There we go. Okay, dude. Oh, a bell can be heard. I have to buy it, though, don't I? Oh! Okay, so that's how you do the ground break. Okay, good. I need to pay for the messenger's intuition. Alright, where is a place to save here? Probably have to go back up, don't I? Okay, so that's the first time I've unlocked a perk like that. Still have to pay for it, but that's a good one, honestly. It's what I'm going to want. So I'm going back up to where I was to save it. Precision platforming! Man, look at that. Look at that. Just slick as can be. Slick as can be. Ah, there we go. Definitely check this game out. It is a lot of fun. Good platforming. Bosses are a challenge, as you saw. And that story, I want to see where it goes. So this is my highlighted game of the year, which I only just got on the recent Humble Monthly Bundle. It is the current one as well. For up until next Tuesday. Well, if you're watching on YouTube, then it's probably already passed. But actually, I might put this up right away. I don't know. At any rate, I am caught up on YouTube, finally. At any rate, there you go. My top 10 list for 2001. And a really good game to play. There's gonna be some changes in what I do in the coming year. My focus before was a lot of first-person shooters, which I'm starting to run low on. But a genre that I have way too many games on that I need to dig through are adventure games, like point-and-click adventure games. So we're going to start seeing a more focus on those in this coming year. And there's a few RPGs I want to check out as well. But, and who knows, I might, get through a few adventure games and go, this is killing me, I need more first-person shooters, and go back to what I was. But I kind of want to mix it up a bit. It's been a bit too long between the adventure games, because I've been doing like one every month or two, and considering I have, God, well over 100 to go through. Not just modern ones, but old ones, modern ones, or not just old ones. Some more modern ones. There's a few that I need to see if I can even install with DOSBox. Because there's a couple. There are a couple that might be installable that I hadn't considered. And if that's the case, hell yeah, I'll be happy to play those. But, yeah. So stay tuned for more of those. Hopefully it'll still be good. I know adventure games probably boring to watch. I don't know. We'll see how that ends up. But I've got a list already of the first games that are going to be this year. And I say this, the first one is not going to be an adventure game already. At least I don't think so. But I'm trying to get a little bit more, less last minute, I should say. So, we shall see how it turns out. There's also several games that are on my actual, wish list. Stuff that, oh man, I've always wanted to play this, that are now available. So GOG has been picking up more games. GOG has also been in trouble lately, so I'm hoping that they can reorganize properly and focus more on getting the old games instead of trying to compete with Steam. Because that was their niche, and it was a great niche, and hopefully it's going to be successful for them. Because they've got games Steam doesn't have, and those are the ones that I want. And there are several that I need to pick up and play. That new patch that I found, that user patch, that opens the door on some games that I couldn't get working properly before as well. Hopefully, theoretically, fingers crossed. Because it might work, it might not. But there's a few going to be some surprises in this coming year. Until then, take care, Internet, and enjoy the games you play.